Wait, so when you went to prison, that was because of what again? I'm kind of getting the stories jumbled up a little bit. Your first like long bid, or
my first term was armed robbery.
Right.
I robbed a drug dealer who came to court and said I stole the drugs he was selling out his house.
Right, which is like the reason why people rob drug dealers is because they feel like they're not going to be able to go do that exact thing. But he felt comfortable doing it regardless?
Yes, it was ridiculous. This case, it's documented, everything, but it's so crazy because the dope man and his girl said 3 black people with ski masks came in with guns, with Uzis, and robbed them.
Mm.
Another guy came up to buy something. He got put into the robbery by the 3 black guys with ski masks. He said he saw a white guy out front.
Mm.
He gets up on court and said, yeah, you see the man in the courtroom? He's like, nope. He's like, well, didn't you pick somebody out in the photo lineup? Yeah. Who was that? The guy the police told me to pick. I should have, if I had a real lawyer, I would have went home that day.
Right.
No.
The police defender didn't pick up on what was going down?
So now the drug dealer says, yeah, they came in with Uzis, with banana clips. The DA brings in a Uzi, a 9mm Uzi, to show the jury, all you're doing is making us look bad.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, get a gun specialist. I had literally threatened my lawyer. If you don't, get a gun specialist. The gun specialist comes, it's impossible for this gun to take a banana clip.
Mm.
I'm a gun specialist. It's not possible. Put a dope man back on the stand. He's lying. You got him lying. So how can you believe him saying this other stuff? So,
right.
So now they have to link me. So they get the dope man's girl to get up on the thing. And she says, who was the first person to come in? Black guy, ski mask with the gun. Second guy, black guy, ski mask and the gun. Third guy, black guy, ski mask and the gun. Who was the fourth person? Oh, that was the white guy. Wait a minute. In the police report, you didn't say nothing about the white guy.
Mm.
In the preliminary report, you didn't say nothing about a white guy.
Right.
But now you remember a white guy because you have to link me to the crime.
Right. And so you end up doing...
They find me guilty.
For how many years you end up doing for that?
They gave me 4.
Okay.
I ended up doing 3. I was supposed to do 2, but I, cut a little time along the way.
And what was your impression of prison compared to the stuff you had been associated with before?
No more.
Mm.
I started out level 1, went to Jamestown, got into some stuff there, went to the hole, Chino. As soon as I got off the bus, got into it with a dude that was in the hole in Jamestown. And as soon as they found out I was a white Crip, they wanted me out of Chino.
Really?
Start a race ride, get him out of here.
Wow.
So they just throw me on down to Chuckawalla. Go to Chuckawalla, I get out there, and ended up getting into it with a Compton Blood, then I got jumped by 3 Compton Crips.
Really? So, yeah, I was going to ask, like, was most of the disdain coming from the racist white dudes, or was there a similar reaction from some of the black gang members that were maybe confused about who you were?
Nah, I guess, some people don't, how the hell is this white boy, doing this, so again, this is a lot of people look, look down on San Diego because it's lesser, because Crip started in LA, and, I'm from San Diego, so we have, our own thing in San Diego come together, and, we will stand tall when it's needed. So, and that's why, when that was brought up, because I remember seeing that, it was like, we'll talk about Dago, and then it wasn't like nobody was talking about Dago. It was just, people talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm lost. I forgot.
No, we're just talking about, getting the negative reaction from like black gang members in prison.
For the most part, it happens. It happens. Some, there's always somebody that ain't happy.
Yeah.
And that's everywhere. So, I had to deal with it. And it was situations where, like, it was one dude, he kind of like called me out, but I let it slide and pushed it off so that I didn't have to get into it with a brother, because I'm already going to have to get into it with these whites. And, I don't want that. And it's other situations where, a dude, I was young and dumb, when a dude seen me do something, and it was disrespectful to a blood, and he seen it. So he felt disrespected, so he wanted to fade. So we went and got down, after that, we was cool, you know, but, you know what I'm saying, you know, he can't disrespect me, you know what I mean, you know, and I feel him, you know what I mean, you know, I was watching Ice Cube video and, you know what I'm saying, you know, started pulling the trigger, pointing at the TV when they showed some red and he was behind me. I'm not, you know,
Right.
I'm just, you know, young, dumb.
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
In prison, I'm guessing, yeah.
You don't want to be, you know, like you know what I'm saying, capping out your enemies or something.
Right, for sure.
So yeah, I would have felt disrespectful if I seen them do it. So same situation.
I know a white blood that when I think about it, it's like I've never heard people talk about him in a negative way. It always seems like there's a lot of pride in the fact that they got a white guy who's really with the shit and he can fight. From what I know, I've seen him.
Yeah, well, most white boys, if you gang banging, I'm sure you had.
You got to figure it out at some point. Yeah. No, yeah, because like every time I seen a video going viral from back in the day of him getting into a squabble with a black dude and whooping his ass, it's like the sense of pride from his side was just like, you know, they appreciate it. Like they're. But then I also wonder if things don't go well for that guy, the level of scrutiny might be a lot worse.
Well, that's the thing. I remember growing up, like, you know what I'm saying, it was one time, it was an older homie, you know, and I was young and he didn't know me. So this was in the other side of my neighborhood. So I'm from 4-1. So 4-7 is where it started. You know what I'm saying? So I always hang out up here. Like in one of my videos, I talk about I confined myself to the hood because I was comfortable here and I was known and I was good. When I go out, that's when, you know what I'm saying, people looking at me funny or, you know what I'm saying, I got to show off or I got to, you know what I mean, you know, put a demo down, let them know because they don't know. And that's, it's always so. We was going to 47th, this spot called The Hole. And it was the older homie and he, you know what I'm saying, you know, came down, what you doing over here? Man, I'm from the neighborhood. He socked me. He was a grown man. I ran off. So the homies that I was with came back the next day. They whoop on me. But my auntie, the auntie that was the neighborhood auntie, like, nah, Dad, go get all of them. And made me fight them all one by one. It was 3 of them. So the first and second fight I won, but the third one I was tired. I lost that one. So we was cool again. So we gonna go back down there. That was the, you know, where everything was happening at. We go down there again, and the dude was down there again. So okay, you know what I'm saying, I'm a fire on the dude. So the dude came up on me and I fired on him. That was a mistake because this was a big ass grown man. And he whooped my ass all the way out the hole, up a block, and then I ran. And then he chased me and then tripped me and then beat me some more. And then I went home and then came back a week later after I healed up. But then the homies was like, man, leave him alone.